Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of Icarus Uprising. And welcome back to Palutena's Temple. Jeez, we haven't seen this place in a long time. Because on the last episode, we dived in the Chaos Vortex and destroyed the Chaos Skin, freeing Lady Palutena's soul. But it came at a price. Before the Chaos Skin died, it latched onto Dark Pit, dragging him down into the Chaos Vortex, and Pit sacrificed his wings in order to help his dark clone. Now, I should cover what happened there. What happened there, it explains it in the idol. The Chaos Skin's ashes still had enough power to, still be alive, and it latched onto Dark Pit and it was pretty much sucking out his soul. And when Pit dived down and caught him, you could sort of see Pit grab the Chaos Skin's ashes and throw it down to the Chaos Vortex. And that's what was happening there, and Dark Pit probably doesn't have enough willpower to resist the Chaos Skin like Palutena did for 3 years, so... yeah, Pit sacrificed his wings. Now I'm gonna address the big elephant in the room. They've stated multiple times Palutena brings Pit back to life after he dies. I do not know why this is important now. I think it's because an angel's wings are really important to them, maybe that's it. But it's still, that whole scene is really good too, because you see Dark Pit actually call out for help, which is really weird for a stoic character like him, and it's just kind of eerie. Ugh. Well, on my pre-episode thing today, this is probably the last one I'm going to do. I don't have very much content left, because the game's almost done, and I don't have very much else to show off. But there was actually a Kid Icarus game planned for the Wii. It was called Icarus. Get it? Because he's grown up now. But it was developed by Factor 5, or it was going to be developed by Factor 5, and they're known for the Rogue Squadron games that came out on GameCube, the Star Wars ones. And it was a very ambitious project, and I could sort of see why it failed. They wanted to grow Pit up, make the story a lot more mature. There's some concept art floating around the internet. There's also a video on YouTube about it. I think it's by Unseen64. You could probably just type in Icarus Wii in the YouTube search bar and you can get a full detailed summary of that. But they wanted to grow Pit up. They wanted to put like scars on him and stuff and make his wings black like Dark Pit. It was just way too edgy. I could see it's just not what Kid Icarus is. Kid Icarus is tempura wizards and floor ice cream. That's what Kid Icarus should be. It should be a lighthearted series. This game is lighthearted. It gets serious every now and then, like it did last chapter. And I gotta compliment that too. It's not easy doing that, making a game that like constantly breaks the fourth wall, but also, getting serious when it needs to be, and you being able to take it seriously, that's really not an easy thing to do. I think even the Phoenix Wright games do that too, how it's really silly in some places, but then it goes to a tearjerker scene. Well, that's pretty much all of it. I've wasted almost like 6 minutes doing this, so let's jump into the next chapter. You might be wondering, what's gonna happen next chapter? Pit's sort of out of commission. I gotta say that too, is that image of his wings all mangled like that, showing the bone and the blood. Really surprised they got away with that, but they probably wanted to show the severity of the situation in a game so, lighthearted like this one. But anyway, the weapon I'm gonna be using is, the Dark Pit Staff. You get this, you unlock this weapon after you beat the Dark Pit chapter, which is way back in chapter 6. It's a pretty good staff. The farther you are away from an opponent, it hurts more, but this has a lot of range. So if you're really far away, it does like so much damage. It's a really good staff. But something else I should note about this chapter is you want to choose a weapon that's good in air battles. You do not have to worry about the land battle. You just have to worry about the boss in the land battle, I guess, but this is going to be primarily air battle. So the staff is actually a pretty good choice, despite my past grievances with it. And you could probably guess what's gonna happen in this chapter using that information I just gave you. Because Pit is out of commission, and we're going into a stage I said uses primarily air battle. I wonder, and my choice of weapon too. Yeah, you know what's gonna happen. Anyway, there are no intensity gates, no zodiac chambers, so let's set that to 5 and move out.
I'm out of here!
Pit is still unconscious. With his wings burned up, he can't last much longer. But I thought of a way to save him.
Of course you did.
We both owe Pit. You know that. Think of the sacrifices he made to save the both of us.
Right. Then what's the next step?
Go to the City of Souls. It's just a little ways ahead. It's the place where souls make their final passage into death. Or back into life.
Oh, I get it. You want to turn back the clock and cheat death. Raising the dead, keeping the near dead alive. It's pretty dirty business.
I know the stakes, but we don't have a choice.
Hey, aren't you two just at war with each other?
Mind your own business. I'm not so petty that I can't extend an olive branch at a time like this.
Thank you, Verity. And thank you for helping Pit when I couldn't.
Just so you know, this is not a hug it out moment.
Not to hurt your feelings, but this Pit doesn't need your help to fly. So don't expect me to suck up to you.
If your flight's unlimited, you don't have to battle on land.
So air battle only? It feels strange to say it, but I'm disappointed.
So, yep, we're playing as Dark Pit, and we have his infinity flight at our disposal. So I knew this was going to happen when Pit was out of commission. But he plays exactly like Pit, so there really isn't a difference beside the character model. It's just Dark Pit, which is pretty cool. We're playing as him, and the atmosphere here is really good. I've always found it cool how crystals can seem so inviting and uninviting at the same time, depending how they're placed.
What kind of city is this?
It's unlike any earthly city. The spirits of the dead gather here.
So basically, this is the underworld.
You got it.
Oh. It's you.
Our hero's looking a little goth today. I hope the stresses of life haven't got you down. That would be ever so tragic.
No one's listening.
It's hilarious how you have no sense of humor. But that sourpuss attitude's gonna give you an ulcer someday, you know.
Anyway, Pitu, your understanding is correct. The underworld is where souls go. As you know, Reapers are responsible for carrying souls.
But we've got an excess of souls these days. The Reapers can't handle them all.
So the extra souls come here?
Yes, though some just fade away. And others are, well, eaten.
Even in the afterlife, it's survival of the fittest.
That makes some sense. The weak are consumed, just as nature intended.
Yeah. I love how disappointed Dark Pit sounds there when he sees Hades. It's gonna, his sourpuss attitude's gonna give him an ulcer. Keep an eye there on that Shieldine. Just use your charge stack because there's Souffle behind there. Yeah, I said that really fast. And we got a little gauntlet here. So, the Dark Pit staff, you always see him posing with it, but he never uses it in the actual game. Or he does in the Dark Pit chapter when he's the section we didn't show off. He sort of snipes you from a mountain. That's where Palutena actually coins the phrase sniping staff. Yeah, he never really uses it. You see him he's posing with it in the Smash Brothers 4 character art for him. But he's mainly using his silver bow throughout the game. So I don't know why they didn't use the Dark Pit staff more. It's actually named after him, too. So it isn't restricted to him either. You can use it as Pit, like after that chapter I told you about. I don't know what part of the underworld this is, though. Like, didn't they need a key to get down there? Speaking of that, how did Dark Pit get in the underworld in Chapter 9? Because Pit needed a key to get down there. How did Dark Pit? Did he just follow him or something?
Remember when I said that some souls get eaten?
Well, here's the hideous devourer of souls himself.
You weren't kidding about the hideous part.
Here's a little mid-boss here. He's not hard at all.
Quite adorable, actually. And souls can be very delicious. Luckily, they don't possess personalities or anything like that.
What, they don't?
Of course not. Souls have no more personality than blood or bone. They're just another resource to harvest from living beings.
Your disregard for life is just astounding. Could you be any more callous?
Well, I could try. You know, souls are a bit like taffy. Sweet enough to eat, but pliable enough to mold into any shape I can imagine.
I don't even... That's just so... Nah.
I'd love to get my hands on Patui's soul. So dark, so chewy, so malleable. A powerful spirit like that shouldn't be wasted on old Chopper's lunch.
We defeated old Chopper a while ago. That's pretty creepy, though. Eating souls. They just kind of disappear from existence then, right? See, that battle with that guy is supposed to go on this long, but you can get rid of him pretty easily. Like, even on the higher intensities, I've never had a problem with them at all. But again, I like their atmosphere here, too. You can see the souls in the background.
Hades was serious about molding souls into other forms?
It would explain his endless supply of troops. He's making them out of souls.
Professor Palutena does it again.
But wait, if that's the case, there's no way the Underworld Army could ever lose.
Oh, spoiler alert.
So let me get this straight. All the lives lost in battle go to building up the Underworld Army.
You got it. So the more fighting there is, the bigger my army gets. My goodness, it feels wonderful to be on the winning team.
Hold on a second. Your math is a little off. You might want to break out the brain age, pal.
I have a brain age of 24.
And that's relevant because...
Think about all the casualties there have been in this war between the gods. If Hades was right, the underworld would be way more crowded with monsters.
Then that means that one fallen soldier doesn't equal one new underworld monster. After all, creating something as corporeal as a monster would take...
A ton of souls! But that's a huge waste! It's an abomination!
Yeah, that's just about the sickest thing I've ever heard. We have to stop him.
You poor deluded things, you'll never stop me! Not Myra!
Don't let him get under your skin.
Not a problem. It's been great touring the City of Souls and all, but we're here to save Pit, right?
Hey, no need to cop an attitude. Just keep moving forward.
Get a room, love birds.
This was a stream of souls, but so many lives have been lost that it's now a torrent. All souls need to find their final resting place down here so that life can spring anew. That's part of the natural cycle of life, but Hades keeps playing with souls. He won't let them rest. His bloodlust has thrown everything off balance.
It's like humans disrupting the balance on Earth! It's unforgivable!
You've got to be joking. All you gods and your stupid wars are the ones throwing everything off balance.
You little nothing! How dare you!
He may have a point. We have the Underworld Army out to hoard souls. We have the forces of nature trying to wipe out humanity. We have the humans continuing to exploit nature and each other. And we have us, gods, who drag the entire world into our power struggles. But it doesn't matter how this started. Now we know who's profiting from it.
Hades! Left unchecked, he threatens us all!
Then our only option is to take him down.
But to do that, we're going to need Pit's help. Let's get him patched up.
So you gotta wonder if Dark Pit's doing this out of compassion, or he's just being selfish because he knows if Dark Pit, or if Pit dies, he dies, because they're connected, as he explained in the last chapter. And here we are.
Up ahead is the Rewind Spring. That's where you need to go. I'll bring Pit in right next to you.
As the name implies, the Rewind Spring can return things to their original state. But if you soak for too long, it'll rewind things too far, and that can get weird.
So we might get 8-bit Pit if we put him in there too long. That'd be funny if he turned into the original Pit. That would be bad.
What is going on?
Well, that worked out nicely.
Pandora.
Wow, I sure wasn't expecting that.
You can thank Dark Pit for bringing me to the Rewind Spring. He was
rebellious servant, though it seems he still served my purposes in the end. But that little parasite did steal my powers, and for that, he must pay!
She can be quite frightening.
I hope I never get to that point.
Pandora's leftover power was what enabled Batu to fly.
He basically had her remains living in his wings. Gross. But standing too close to the rewind spring seems to have revived her.
Your freeloading days are over!
Really? The whole flying thing worked out pretty well for me. I might just defeat you again and steal your power back.
I highly doubt that.
Oh, that was quick.
Irritating little pest. Time to exterminate you.
What?
Who is that?
It's the new improved me. It's been so long since I've had a body. Eat your hearts out, ladies.
Someone's overcompensating.
Feeling a little inadequate, Verity?
Of course is. You should too. Just look at me.
I liked her better when she was just an evil glob.
She's still an evil glob underneath. She just has better hair, that's all.
So, Pandora was cursed to have that blob form. It's the Legend of Pandora's Box. She opened Pandora's box and all the troubles in the world were released. And I guess in this game's interpretation of the character, she was cursed to looking like a ghastly. Same sort of deal. You could shoot bombs at her. If those hearts hit you, you get paralyzed. Those chests right there, they sometimes yield treasure, but they sometimes are just Pandora's box and just shoot a barrage of bullets at you. There's traps in some of them that hold you there while she just shoots you and you're pretty much dead. Oh, there we go. We beat it. Good job. Or not. Nice little fake out there.
I finally tracked you down. You're a stealthy bunch.
That's because I was using my power of ninjury.
Right.
What, you don't believe me?
I think that's something everyone can agree on.
Tone down the sass, little angel.
It's been a long time, Lordy.
And you are?
Don't tell me you've forgotten your old friend Pandora.
I don't remember you being so animated.
That's not the half of it.
If the rewind spring did this to Pandora, I shudder to think of its effect on Pity. No one wants to see him in that outfit. I'd better destroy the spring.
You can't do that.
Come on, Pitu. Get rid of Pandora for good.
Oh, don't you worry.
We do not need fan art of Pit wearing that outfit. Thank you very much. There's probably one on DeviantArt.
Crystal barrier. You see, it's...
Reflecting my shots. This coming from the mighty Pandora?
Well, we took her out. She's not that hard, especially with this Dark Pit staff. You just stay far away from her and, you know, shoot her.
You only need to dip him in.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Where am I? Patu?
He can't fly anymore.
Fine, I'll get him.
Lady Palutena! Lady Palutena!
Welcome back, Pit.
I missed you so much!
I missed you too. Let's go home.
Aw, it's so adorable to see them finally back together like that. I kind of feel bad for Dark Pit though, because his whole thing is, well, the whole theme about him is freedom, and he kind of lost his ability to fly by himself. Well, that's a little sad he can't fly anymore. But good thing Verity got him. Anyway, oh yeah, we got this for beating Old Chopper. And we got that for beating Pandora. I'll just take them, whatever. And I did that achievement. There's an achievement where Amazon Pandora puts up crystal barriers, and you've got to break 3 of them in order to get the achievement. But she rarely does that attack, and it's just a really hard one to do. And I got it on my normal save file, but I dare not do it here. Well, anyway, everything's normal again. Well, except Dark Pit's ability not to fly anymore. He doesn't have infinity flight. But Pit's back in Skyworld, where Lady Palutena is normal again. And I guess we're going to be taking the battle to Hades after we heard his master plan there of taking souls and just forming them into monsters every time something dies. So, I'll see you guys next time on Kid Icarus Uprising. See you later.